The first day of the end game where we fight against Abyssalosus has just concluded for me. Very exhausting day. Been streaming 6 hours, 7 hours in total, just to find the perfect teams that work for me. Everyone will have different teams and they will work differently. But coming up with the strategies and cracking the boss with just what's available on the first day and being forced to do 6 teams is really tiresome. Same happened in season 2. It was really hard spending all day to get the most of your teams if you want to be competitive, obviously, because this is what will really decide on your rankings at the end. And that's quite important because there's a huge difference between Echoes of Clepsydra you can get, and as you can see, first place 80,000, basically guaranteed first place, because the guys behind will lose 15,000. If you don't rank 5, if I rank 6, I'm gonna lose 15,000 to the 5 guys that are going to be ahead of me. So that's why the vortex doesn't really matter. This is where people will lose their rankings. So if you can't get to the threshold, within the threshold, you will lose a lot and you lose your ranking. So currently I'm rank 3 on my server when it comes to the Clepsydra. Few people behind me, and obviously Quasar is ahead of me when it comes to the end game, so he will overtake me, and that's fine. I don't think I'll finish rank 5 because this server has really big people here, as you can see. Now with my score 987 million, I will be rank 3, but there are a few people who can overtake me, and that will happen eventually. But let's go over the teams quickly. And these are my teams today. So I started with Rook, as you can see, 233 million damage. It went up from 217 in the morning. Very basic team. I've been using Ariel set, just works better for me. I don't know. I tried the Emperor set as well, but it didn't work that well. The second team is Ice Blast, budget Ice Blast team. Obviously, people were worried about Ice Blast and how it's going to work. It works well, especially if you have Beldel. With Beldel, Ice Blast is capable of doing 200 million damage, which is good. Next, we have Wild Team, budget Wild Team. But as you can see, I'm not sure if you noticed that, there's a pattern. I'm using 1 support and 4 damage dealers. This is a difference compared to the test server. It's so much easier to survive on the boss, especially if you build your supports with enough haste. So the ideal haste is Clepsydra Hourglass plus 55 haste from the equipment. It's enough to do 15-second rotation. But again, with heroes that can do a lot of damage, it's not really necessary, as Frubuff is able to keep this team alive through all the duration. So is Ogok, and so is Cinarel with the Wild Team. Now the issues start when we go up, so obviously I'm running out of the ideas when it comes to the Dauntless team. I have the damage, and Nathaniel can keep the team alive at 1 out of 10. Okay, it's not really ideal, but it is what it is. I don't really have good Dauntless team, although I have good artifacts, etc. 135 million damage, it's solid. I mean, if you don't have exclusive heroes, you are not going to get to 200 million damage, okay? You just need to keep that in mind. With exclusive heroes, all of the exclusive heroes can get to 200 million damage, which is quite nice, and I think it's quite balanced because, you know, having Rook at 233 million and having Flora at 217-20 million, I don't know what damage they can do. Same with Nastienka, same with Philander, etc. It doesn't mean Rook will guarantee you first place on the endgame boss. So moving forward, yeah, this was my Dauntless team. Then we move to the Shadow team. I'm quite surprised by the amount of damage that this team can do, and that's mainly coming from Ozul, not even exclusive artifact there. Taldi, Daphne, we have Zarlov and Estella. You can run Megan here as well, will work. And then we also have the last team, which is my rally team. So that was a struggle here. At first I was doing 120 million. I wanted to do what I've done with other teams and basically focus on 1 support. So I built Ardref with, which is Remain, Monalise, and Healing, a little bit of extra haste here. So she's below 15-second rotation. And with Lorenfiel, we have 15-second rotation on all of our damage dealers. What I can try tomorrow is, I think Welby can do 2 ultimates in between the rotation. So in 30 seconds, he will deal damage 4 times. So that's what I'm gonna try tomorrow. But since it's very late today, I just want to go to bed because that was a long day, and I feel sorry for anyone who wants to be competitive, but this requires a lot of time. Hopefully, if you started your journey after me, next week when you start your end game, you will be able to use my guides, and that will be so much easier for you to get on that day and get everything sorted, because players that started when the game has been released had to come up with all these strategies on the first day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe, bye!